for this magical LAIKA experience. What we're doing here, folks, is showing you what the magic of LAIKA is. We do what's called stop motion pictures. We take photos with photography cameras, not video cameras, of our puppets, not actual people. So we take a photo of our puppet, move it ever so slightly, take another photo, move it slightly, take another photo, move it slightly. We do that about 130,000 times, and then we have our movie. Of course, there is a lot more to it than that. So yeah, we change their facial expressions as well. So as you can see with Coraline here, there is a top and bottom to her face. She has that slit across the center. That's because we can take off the top and bottom, and we use what's called a rapid prototype 3D printer to print the faces. And with the combinations of tops and bottoms for our Coraline character, we actually have over 207,000 possible facial expressions. Over here to my left is our fantastic flower garden. This is actually what we use for the overhead shot of our flower garden in the movie. Our actual one that we do the close-up shots with is about 24 times the size of this one. There are 3,500 flowers that make up the flower garden, all of them handmade. Across from me there, folks, is our Coraline, our signature Coraline Nike. We actually have a signature shoe for each one of our movies. Reason for that is because Travis Knight is the CEO of LAIKA and his father is Phil Knight, who owns Nike. So we get in right here in front of me is our Paranorman house and station wagon. You're going to notice the shrubs around the house, the flowers, the tree in the back. They're all paper mache made by hand. And then over here to my right is our hallway locker scene where our bully often picked on Norman, as you can see here. You'll also notice the shoe, the plastic bottle, the crushed can, the apple core, the drawing of a cat on top of lockers, the writing on sheets of paper on top of lockers. A lot of detail there, folks. Again, because we shoot with high-def cameras, so we got to make sure we bring that detail. We actually shot all 4 of our movies thus far on the Canon 5D camera. So 130,000 photos per movie. So many of them have to be touched up and edited too. And you'll notice that Neil and Norman, they have the full faces there. We do print full faces on the Rapid Prototype 3D printer as well. Monkey and Kubo, come on.
Oh man.
Whoop, whoop.
Kubo.
This was the largest pup to be shot in stop motion history at the time we filmed this movie. Stands at 5 foot tall, 75 pounds, and is made up over 600 pieces of material. We actually had 8 of these made for production. 5 of them were in full like this, and some of them, the 3 were partials. You'll notice our snatchers operating the equipment there at the top. And here we have our staircase that led to the mansion of our white hat lover, our cheese connoisseur. You're going to notice a difference in the faces here, folks. We had a 3-color powder printer for our Paranorman movie, and for the Box Trolls movie, we upped it to a 4-color powder printer. So you'll notice the depth of the color of the faces compared to the Paranorman characters. You can see the rosy cheeks, you can see the shadowing and the rosiness, all these different reds. And then of course the beard is just very rich, so very rich in color in this movie because we upped it from a 3-color powder printer to a 4-color powder printer. This is our Kubo room. Right here, folks, you're going to notice an actual set we shot on. You see that monkey, beetle, and Kubo are posing exactly as they would for a photo in our movie. So as you take that photo, give yourself a round of applause. You got 1/24th of a second down in our movie. You're right. Come on. Of course, the beetle here had the voice of Matthew McConaughey. All right, all right. And here we have Monkey. Monkey's made out of silicone. She's sprayed in a latex paint. She has little wires behind each one of her feathers so we can move ever so slightly for each photo. Creates the appearance of wind blowing through her fur as we line those photos up back to back. And then finally, here to my right is a lit-up display case that has some of the half faces that we printed for our movies. When we made the Coraline movie, we were not able to print in color yet on our Rapid Prototype 3D printer, so we actually had to hand paint all the faces we made for that movie. Took a lot of time and effort, but we still managed to get over 207,000 possible facial expressions for our Coraline character alone. Now that we can print in color, we have over 30 million facial expressions for our monkey character, and over 48 million facial expressions for Kubo. On the far side there, folks, you'll notice our giant skeleton. That's the skeleton we use for the head-to-toe shots of our skeleton in the movie. However, you'll notice in the hands of the skeleton are a very small monkey and a very small beetle, about the size of my thumbs, far too small for us to change their facial expressions and their body movements. So we had to create a much larger skeleton, folks. By far the largest pup to be used in stop-motion history. Over there we have our origami. Now, one thing you're going to notice about the origami is that little Hanzo is not quite so little. We actually, instead of shooting him the size he would have been, which is about the size of my thumb, we chose to shoot him that size on a green screen and shrink him up in post. That way he could be on the shoulders of our characters as you see in the movie. To do something with a character the size of my thumb, we'd be using tweezers to try to move that guy around. Our jobs are already difficult as it is, so we figured we wouldn't do that. And then finally, here to my left is our moon beast. This is LAIKA's first entirely 3D printed puppet, folks. If you know anything about 3D print, this thing is a masterpiece. It's actually made up of almost 900 piece of parts, so yes, we had a person's jaw drop because they obviously know 3D print, and they're like, "Are you kidding me?" So yeah, very impressive piece.